Good morning, everyone. It's Thursday. It's the 4th, September 26th, 2024. How you guys doing? Oh my God, so many things are happening. And I might get emotional, but I think we're all here and learning to love ourselves all through our phases. So if you are going through a hard time, lots of life changes, shifting, um, you're not alone. Thank you guys for being here. It's cloudy in Vancouver, and as usual, city is very noisy. How you guys feeling? How's your mood? Happy Thursday. Hi, City Lotus. Happy birthday. Happy birthday. It's my birth month after all. I'm a Libra. Very exciting. But this time around, the energy is very different. Like it's like, Libra is about finding the balance and harmony. This is the Libra season. We're learning for 29 days how to find our balance within. But at the same time, in order to find a balance within ourselves, we have to go through some like a little hiccups here and there. But I think I'm doing it better than ever in terms of, um, finding inner peace through this. I let my tears flow. It's already emotional, but yeah, I think it's like we're all stepping up in terms of emotional maturity, emotional security. Cloudy in New York City too. Yeah, I would love to go back to New York again. My birthday was yesterday. Happy birthday, Drop Rig! Oh, that's amazing. You're Libra. Step three, I believe. So you're Sagittarius Libra. You are adventurous. You're not afraid to speak up and take action and all of that. Doesn't mind doing something new, right? Your energy feels alive and grounded. Oh, that really means a lot. So let's move ahead. I woke up feeling very anxious at the moment, and it's almost like panicky, it's like, oh, what, how would my life gonna be? But then, since I've been practicing every single day about, okay, all is well, everything's gonna work out. There's a part of me that is like, oh my God, what's gonna happen? But it's like I've been practicing with new programming, everything's gonna work out. So it's going back and forth with my mind. And I found that when I'm going through that, sorry, I'm a little bit already emotional, but let's feel that energy ball. And I found that when I'm rushing in fear, just quickly do this. It really helped me drop down my energy. So let's start with the ankle twist. And let's place your right hand on your palm, fingers pointing backwards. And it's just like squeeze your head like a marshmallow and twist the skin forward. I'm in the same place, practicing a lot, and sometimes wondering how it will work out. Yeah, you know, um, I'll tell you more that I want to share. But let's for now expand our fascia in our head in 3D and more dimensions. And just wrap yourself, tell yourself you're safe and protected. And we are all learning. I'm learning. Breathe your mouth. Two, three, your nose. Two, three. Ooh. And I also like to just pressure in, just pressure. There's nothing to. Energy dropped already. Oh, very tearful live already. Okay, let's squeeze your head like this. So right hand on your third eye and the left hand on the opposite side. And you just squeeze yourself and counter rotate. You can go both ways and then pick the direction that is give you the most like release or just feel right for you. Normally go for the direction that is tighter to twist. So for me, I like to go this way. Breathing. Two, three. Your nose. two, three. Oh, third eye is important, right? When you go through a lot of changes, and then you have to sometimes stop yourself. It's like, am I like I'm thinking all these thoughts through my ego or my heart? You know, it's like, am I ignoring my heart and trying to push a certain agenda? And but you know, I think it's like things are always happening for us, and every time I feel like that, I think here comes the practice. Like, what have I been practicing? I've been practicing my inner peace. I've been practicing my self-love, right? So 3 fingers. So I think when the hard time comes, this is the moment. It's like, okay, let's really practice what I preach every single day. We all know it, you know, on the book in our head, but applying it, this is the real deal. Let's twist the skin right side forward and left side backwards to just relax the TNJ jaw and tilt your head, breathe your mouth. 2, 3, your nose. 2, 3. Whoa. Let go of the excessive thoughts. And in order to do that, your mind needs to calm down, your body needs to calm down. Okay, let's do 2 more. Let's grab your ears and twist it forward. What I like to do is elbows closer so you can definitely feel that shoulders and shoulder blades with your mouth. 2, 3. Now through your nose. 2, 3. Wow, I feel it in my lower back. Okay, that felt really good. That felt really good. It's like, I needed that. Okay, but I like to do one more for the ear. Use your thumb or index and pull it in ear and plug them, and then you're gonna change the pressure. Twist the right side twist the right side backwards and left side forward like this, and now open your mouth. Ooh. Which one, Cast, Caslindra, Caslindra? Which one is the ear one? Ear twist one? If you don't feel a lot with that ear twist one, you can really use the grip. And if you don't have a lot of grip and then your ears are oily, try it with the cloth or like the tissue, and you can really like grab it forward. If you ever had a chance to work with Gary, it's almost like you want to cry. He will twist really hard. Okay, last one. This will calm down myself. Let's underneath the ear. It's kind of just find a tight spot. So when you go search some tight spot, and once you find a tight spot, pressure in, twist the skin right side backwards and left side forward. Feel free to readjust, and then move around. Breathe. 2, 3. Your nose. 2, 3. Oh, I feel it here because in my right neck is the tighter side. Right neck, right side of the neck. So the left side is tighter too. And once you're ready, let that hands down. Okay, I feel more open. Okay, I say one more, but I promise this is, and then we'll talk about it. Let's grab that chest area, pull the skin down and pull it apart. This is me to open up my heart so I can I can talk about my feelings better. Hard to twist my fingers, loose grip. Yeah. That's why Yeah, if your skin is too greasy, oily, you can use a cloth. It takes practice, and then we all have an idea of how much we should be twisting or pushing, and when you do something for the first time, you normally would do it going really gentle so we don't hurt ourselves, right? But you can really push when you start to understand that our body is water balloon. Fascia is water balloon, so it needs to be fluffy and very bouncy, very responsive. So once you understand that fascia is very fluid and adaptive, then you can really push, and you're not gonna do really bad. The more movement you can bring, the more flow you can have in your body, the better. Whew. Because where you don't move in your body gets stagnant, and this is where we tend to, when the emotion pass through our body, it gets stored in our area because there's always already a blockages, right? Don't think I'm oily. I'm just hard to grip and twist. Yeah, I don't know why, but I'm hard to get grips. Yeah, just use cloth. Okay, I'm feeling already better. Thank you guys for being here. Yeah, I woke up feeling very sensitive, and it's like, okay, where my life's going? It's like my life is collapsing. I thought I figured it all. Okay, so today is step 4. I receive a wake up call. So today, step 4, I belong, is a ruling state of awareness. So step 4 means 4 means Aquarius energy, and this is where I innovate. So let's just go dive deeper into what the energy has to say today. Putting the forces of love and the law of attraction in action. During this 24-hour step period, you may experience minor breakdowns in your relationship to yourself. Thoughts, feelings, or a belief in yourself may prove to be false. Thoughts, so 3 things: thoughts, feelings, or a belief in yourself may prove to be false. You may come to realize you have been wrong about something with yourself. The knowledge can leave you feeling temporarily powerless, weak, or dumbfounded. If you have been dishonest with yourself or living under false pretense, today the denial may fall apart. Basically, so if you're like lying to yourself, it will be exposed. Basically, any idea, feeling, or belief about yourself that was not in alignment with your heart is subject to be exposed. I feel like it's already been exposed this morning. The experience can be shocking and disruptive, but the truth will also feel immediately liberating. I just experienced that when I woke up, feeling very sensitive. It's like, what's gonna happen? Like, recurring feelings when something collapses and then not again. I will tell you more about it, but yeah. In the larger narrative today, you will discover relationship tactics you do not belong taking with yourself. The ultimate lesson is that you have been approaching yourself from a false perspective or story. The reason your approach may be false because it's not in alignment with what your heart believes. The perspective you have taken with yourself may be the belief of someone else, such as a parent, authority, or from a close relationship. Sometimes it's very hard to differentiate your belief from other people's belief. It's not just like in the current timeline, but it's like, okay, am I thinking like this because of my parents, right? Because this is how they taught me, or somewhere in our journey, you just pick up some programming. You may come to realize that the way you have been treating yourself does not satisfy your heart, but probably some other portion of you, such as the mind, ego, or emotions. Yeah, so the way you have been treating yourself, so outside is basically the reflection of how you are treating yourself too, right? And then it's like noticing okay, my heart has not been happy in that area, then you want to do something about it. But on the other hand, ego tried to convince you that, this is the right thing to do. And now today is the day that it's like, no, I deserve something more. Or it's like, I set the decision, so that's why things are happening the way it is. And at the end of it, it's all about finding the inner peace, trusting the process, all is well, everything's gonna work out. And it's when something is shifting, it's very hard for ego, because it's like ego is in fight or flight. It's like, what am I gonna do, But I think it's time for us to be honest with ourselves, and today is a day to kind of just have that minor breakdown, so that you can always break it to breakthrough, right? Since the heart has been ignored, the perspective you have taken is lower vibration and not in your best interest. So if you're feeling some sort of way when you're being triggered in relationship, partnership, your work relationship, and there are part of you that try to convince, okay, can I look at from a different perspective so I can stay in this, or I can thrive in this. And then, but at the end of it, I think the heart is my heart in it. My heart is in it. But then even in that heart, like you have, as you raise your self-love frequency, obviously you need to step out, like, okay, I deserve this more. I deserve this more. Your plate, your cup is expanding. And if the organization or the individual, it's a partnership, whatever, is not filling the cup, but then at the same time you fill your own cup. So I'm just rambling, but I think it's heart knows the answer, and it's okay to go back and forth, which I've been doing. But at the same time, it's okay to accept the truth. It's okay to accept what is for now, and then just know that you deserve the best of best. Yeah. So for example, you could realize today that you treat yourself as you were stupid, or when in fact you're intelligent. And perhaps the reason you have thought of yourself as stupid was due to being called dumb as a child. We are like, in order for us to expand, we need to go past our limited belief, what's possible. And this is what we've been expanding. And there are lots of ideas and theory about when exactly the age of Aquarius will start, right? And back in COVID times, like I used to hear, like, okay, 20, it'll be 20. I almost forgot when that happens, like what's gonna happen with, like, okay, 2023 is the year of something, something, 2024. And a few days ago, I was watching Sensei Christopher. He believes that Age of Aquarius just started. It's literally 29 Virgo and then going to 0 Libra. Like, I think it's just, we went through lunar eclipse and full moon. Around that time, I think it's also, so if I'm not wrong, he talks about Age of Aquarius. There was a huge timeline shift. I mean, every day is a huge timeline shift, but I did feel a huge shift, 29 Virgo into 0 Libra, which is 4 days ago. And yeah, it's like, it's so exciting to actually, someone said that it's like Age of Aquarius actually started now. It's like now it's here, because we a lot of healers talk about, oh, maybe it could be like we're in this transitional period. Age of Aquarius will start in a few years or something like that. But it's okay to maybe think that it's the time is here. I shifted, I'm still here, and people are in their own timeline. And I think it's like things are shifting, and there's so many perspective, and things are moving at the same time. I think because we can only see the certain amount of future, because the future itself is changing because of where we are. It's up to our frequency. So you know originally, I remember Sensei Christopher said, we can't see past September. That a lot of healers talk about what's gonna happen past September, and the reason why they couldn't see because it just there will be a huge timeline shift. So and now we're here. I definitely feel something shifting in me. Like it's like, oh, it's like I'm here, and I and I used, they talk about, okay, ascension bus. If you want to be on the first bus, I mean, at the time they were talking about, okay, let's go on the ascension bus. I'm going to go ride this bus. If you're not ready, I mean, like, I have to leave you, like, Earth is splitting 5D Earth, 3D Earth. It's like, I'm going to go in here, right? All the way down. And we can't take everyone's, and we just need to focus on our inner peace. But I felt the shift, and when Sensei Christopher said, if you are not be part of the first bus, maybe you can come back. I mean, not come back, but you can join the next bus next time around. So I think that's a great place to know that, because we want all our loved ones to come with us, but it's impossible sometimes. You talk about our siblings and parents, and they're their soul may not be ready. They can't see the perspective yet, but you need to focus on yourself. And in order for them to ride a bus, they need to open up their heart. They need to open up to themselves, to the unknown, the invisible, you know what I mean? Because those things are the truth. So if you're stuck in a reality in 3D where you only believe in what you can physically see, then you're stuck. Can you believe in the possibility? Then you get to ride on the bus of ascension. So things are always happening for us. Everything is working out. So really sink into the idea that everything's gonna work out. This phrase used to bug me, trigger me so much, because I couldn't see past the reality I could see. It's like everything's gonna work out. So I use this phrase to kind of just like a mantra to tell myself and program myself. But that's not necessarily felt it in my body, because it's like there's a lot of resistance to it. But I'm slowly coming to a point where this is the absolute truth, because I know this to be true. Everything is going to work out. It's like, yeah, it's the truth. And here's me, human mind, it's like, oh my god, oh my god, oh my god. But here comes that heart, intuition. Everything's gonna work out. Everything's gonna work out. So this is time to really differentiate the voice. Voice from heart, voice from the higher self, voice from the feelings, voice from the body, and voice from outside, voice from other people. So in each of your stories today, do your best to identify a false perspective you take with yourself in life. Use your heart to determine what's right and wrong. Identify a false perspective. So perspective is just perspective, how you see, how you perceive things. And there are literally millions of perspectives, right? In order for us to bring that manifestation or goal that you said, or that things that you really want, you need to shift the timeline and raise the vibration that matches with that manifestation, and that's period, right? And we all know that. We just struggle how to get there, right? But in order for us to jump into the timeline, we need to let go of the old timeline, let go of the old perspective. But sometimes it's like we hold on to this idea of idea that is crumbling, and it's like, ooh, but gotta let go, gotta let go. I picked these two cards that talk about the same thing from different deck today. Let go of the attachment. And so I meditated on that. What are the attachment and what I'm holding on to? And the attachment try to listen to voice. it was it was hard. I had to talk myself and do some self-talk and just to come, just finding the perspective that gives me the most inner peace at the moment in time. And it changes. Yesterday, I found peace in this idea, but today I found inner peace in this idea, and changes over time. So, and it's okay. We're a fluid, adaptive entity, and what we thought true changes, but always measure it with our heart, inner peace, and the solid foundation of who we are. We are love. Like, that's why I finally started to understand and embody the idea I am that I am who I am is this powerful words. I am this, I am that, I am loved, cared, loved, repeat it again, safe, protected, all of that. So that's what that's the only thing that we should hold on to, and everything else probably don't even matter. And everything is always switching, changing, and if you hold on to those things, you will never be happy. So I am I am is what we need to really hold. That's all we need to do. You may experience a minor breakdown with how you respond to yourself, with your behavior or character. Whatever behavior falls apart no longer belongs in your ego consciousness. So I feel like what's falling apart today for me is the idea of holding on to what is falling apart. I don't know how to describe it. It's like when something's falling apart, it's sad, and it's sad to let go. And it's to think that it's hard for me to let go is probably the false narrative too, false perspective of myself. Like, maybe I am the new me. It's easy for me to let go, right? But always remember, when you cut the cords or disconnect, but you can't, like the true connection, you can cut all cords you want, but the true connection will never ever be able to cut. And that's the truth. We are all connected and we are all loved, and people come and go, but you get to decide which connection will stay. So explore that idea, explore what behavior your heart may belong with instead. So when I feel hurt, my mind just wanted to just block something. It's like, no, that's it. Then I don't need to worry about this anymore, you know? And I eventually I came to a point, okay, cutting the cord, blocking something is not the solution because we all connected. How can I navigate through this to expand my love? Because whatever happens in the world, the truth is love liberates us, right? Love liberates us. So the love that you have doesn't liberate you or others. That's not the true love. That's ego talking, right? So opening the heart is the answer for any type of healing, but opening heart is where we struggle because we've been hurt, we've been wounded, so there's a lot of scar. When that scar crack open, and it's like there's a lot of pain in that. But I like to use a visualization that when that wounded, there's a scar tissue, and then when the heart opens like that. But I've been hurt, I've been put down, but yet I decided to open my heart. That's the only way. I forgive myself. I show more compassion. I embrace all my mistakes and I embrace all my past experience that happened, got me where I am now. So it's like when the heart opens, and then from the crack, it's kind of like that light shines through it. It's like the light shine through it, and it's like, wow, open more. And then this is the ongoing thing, right? It's like open more, open more, open more, and open more. And then notice that there's nothing to hide, nothing to be ashamed of, and nothing like it's a vulnerable place because we're not used to it. We're trying to protect ourselves, but as we open our heart, it's like I am safe and protected. Instead of thinking I am safe and protected, but I am safe and protected. That's a very powerful place to be. That I think that's what we are guided to go. So, long-term aspect of thinking, logic, or planning may fail today. So if you're setting some goal or thinking and thought that this is where we are heading to, it's kind of like, okay, it's not working out. There needs to be a shift. So if that happens, do you believe in your current thinking and logic? How could love specifically change your thinking? So when the idea comes up that really make you sad, and then ask yourself, why do I feel this way? Is this true for me, right? And then how can I find inner peace? How can I find the thought that gives me the most inner peace? And I think that's the most, that's the idea that you need to hold on to for the day, because that's the path of least resistance. Once you resist, you suffer because you're not going with the flow, right? So just let that idea, explore the idea that gives you the most inner peace. My heart is open. Please help me find the idea that holds me down the most. Today's goal is to discover how you truly belong, loving yourself. Loveless behaviors may break down. So if you, when tears are coming up and when you feel so trapped and living in fear, just maybe even think of like the worst scenario, worst scenario, and then really face it. It's like, when this happens, what will happen? Am I gonna die? And then when you face the fear, not necessarily face the fear, let's sit with that fear and then watch your fear resolved. I post a video about how to deal with anger or any type of negative emotions. This monk said, just label the feeling. So label the anger, label the sadness, and once you label it, you kind of like peel off that label of your negative emotions and feel the energy of what's inside. So it's all about feelings. Like, what is this teaching me? Okay, there's a lot of sadness coming up. It's like, oh, you get sadness and you open the sadness. It's like not feeling understood, loved. Ooh. So sit with that emotions, and we've been practicing so hard to kind of oh, it's coming up. Practicing so hard to love ourselves and know that these ideas are not truth for you. So then just comfort that part of yourself that, okay, I'm sorry that I had this idea that we're not loved, or, we're not enough. Just sit with that emotions and feel it out. And that's exactly what I'm doing right now. And once you feel that emotions with the entire body, of let go through your body and feel that emotion, feel the energy just kind of resolve itself, and you can find the sensation come up. For me right now, I feel warm. I feel warm. I feel a little bit more open. Just it's kind of like that inner child healing that we all have a wrong core belief of ourselves, and we're gonna keep attracting the reality until we flip that core belief. That it's like, this is not the belief. right? And maybe someone mistreat you or things didn't happen because you just have the lower self-esteem about something. Not every area, and you just didn't know how to flip the narrative. So I think we all deserve the best of best, and it doesn't matter what's happening in the world, but it's more about, okay, what can I learn from this? And a real connection will never die. And just know that everything is gonna work out. Yeah, thank you. Let's let the heart begin. So let's finish reading. This goal is to discover how you truly belong, loving yourself. Loveless behaviors may break down. If you experience a panic or breakdown, try to step back and allow all your feelings to come forward authentically. Or, I can't pronounce authentically. All sorts of thoughts can be thought, but what you feel about yourself is your deepest truth. If you're coming out of heavy self-deception, then your feelings are the best way to find your way home. Feel your way through any uncertainty. So there are millions of thoughts, right? And millions of thoughts, and but what you feel about yourself is your deepest truth. So finding our way through what calms down the most. I understand where you are today. Have felt like this at different times in myself. Thank you for sharing and covering this subject today. Yeah, thank you, Rhonda. You missed it, but when you did the heart symbol, red heart came out of the screen. Yeah, I know it does come out. See, lots of heart. I also find that that's two. I think it's like one or two. It will give you a balloon. Oh, what is it? Maybe not. when Instagram wants it come out. But yeah, it's just like it's super powerful. Okay, so enjoy the awakening. I belong, loving myself at a highest degree. Yeah, I think we all deserve honest, authentic relationship, and I think we had that false belief about what the highest frequency. Oh, we gotta focus on love and peace and safety and all of that. Those are important too, but I watched this video one day about what the highest frequency of it all. And so people are just commenting, okay, what are the highest frequency? Is it the love, or is it the inner peace? And is it the serenity, the higher self? It wasn't. The highest frequency, when there was a study, highest frequency was the authenticity. And that's not even emotion per se, right? But that I found that very interesting. Authenticity is the highest frequency. So if you are feeling at the moment, it's feeling anger. The moment you're feeling love and inner peace, and then the emotions is literally like ocean. It goes like this, right? But can you really ride a wave? Sometimes the waves are calmer, right? When you look at the ocean, sometimes the waves are really crazy. But out of all this, there's that calm place, that unshakable truth that we all need to hold on to. It's like anchoring yourself, grounding yourself, that everything happens for me, life happens for me. Yeah, I just reminding myself that. So, I think one more message will come throughout the day, but the card that I pick and tap 4 times is literally tune into your inner peace. So very interesting how everything is lining up. You can change the world when you practice peace. There's a place. Okay, there's a. I don't know. There's the emotions come and they kind of. Oh, now I'm emotional again. These emotions is so funny. I'm just expressing as I go. You see me laughing, you see me crying. It's crazy today. You can change the world when you practice peace. There's a place deep within you that is a reservoir of unlimited peace and unshakable serenity. A place filled with love and compassion, empathy and understanding, forgiveness and freedom. A place called bliss, nirvana, samadhi, enlightenment, whatever you want to call it, it is there waiting within to be witnessed. And if you pull this card, it's a call to come home to your sacred center. We all crave serenity, even wanderlust have a need for certainty about something. But where does this need come from? Nothing in nature fixed or forever. We know our bodies, our surroundings, and even the air we breathe is constantly shifting. So, and everything around you is changing, shifting, and that's the nature because change is the only constant. All great philosophers speak of this still point we seek to find through quieting the mind. In Zen, there's the idea that if you accept what is, you will end suffering. Simply put, stop resisting what had happened, learn the lesson, and then let go. Yeah. Also, this also should be okay. I need to grab. Um. Okay, I'm gonna read again. So, accept what is, you will end suffering. But I also like to say, accept what is, so that what is will change. I think that that is the truth too, because in order for us to change our life and shift into the frequency that we want to manifest, we need to let go of the frequency where we are right now, right? That's the everything, because every problem comes with a solution. But in order for us to call it, attract that outcome that we desire, we literally need to let go of right now, right? The old version of the scenario, old version of ourselves. And so focus on that idea. And so, but first of all, we need to accept what is. And when you accept what is, just look at it. Accept, maybe you think of the worst scenario and know that I'm still gonna be okay. Now what? Now what do we want? And from there, I think we take the necessary next logical step so that we can find inner peace through it. Yeah. Thank you, Irene. Love you expressing anything and everything. Yeah. I think it's like I'm I am I can't control my tears. When tear comes out, it comes out. I can't stop it. I think some people are very good at it. I am that type of person that I I can't. I literally can't. So there was a time that my parents tried to discipline me when I was little because such a crying baby. And it's like, crying is here comes the programming, but I love my dad. My dad told me that, crying is a sign of weakness. I'm gonna teach you how not to cry. It's like the Japanese parent, Japanese dad. And and then good news is it never worked. I never learned to control my tears. A tear comes up. I just need to let it out. So I guess it's just, yeah. Thank you. Let it flow. You're so supported. Yeah, thank you. Appreciate that. So I think Age of Aquarius, the new stories here, we're moving in, like literally here. It's nothing to move forward to. So it's like, when you are working towards something, like, okay, we're going to the next world, and it's like, okay, we have sort of like an idea of ladder land, or like, okay, what's gonna happen is our life's gonna change. But the reality is, so it's like oh, I'm still here, but it's new stories here, right? Yeah, let it flow. You're supported. Crying is so healthy and cathartic. Cathartic. Yes, definitely. And I wish I could cry, hold it in. Yeah, and come to me. I don't know how to hold it in. That's the truth. So I learned to be just honest. I don't in this area. I don't have a lot of armor. Yeah, there's nothing to really hide. So yeah, authenticity is the highest frequency, and as I'm allowing myself to just let that tears flow, I think I can really feel that inner peace within, that there's nothing to hold on to, right? Just let go of the control, let go of the idea of what things should be. And once you acknowledge and accept that where we are, we can really move on to the next phase. Yeah. Being unable to cry is a sign of blockages. I was unable to cry for a couple days. So you were not able to cry for a couple of years. So after that, you must have had like full of tears. Yeah, I mean it's probably healthy. Let that tears go here and there, here and there. But yeah, well, I'm a little emotional mess right now. But there used to be I used to cry a lot more often because I think I just didn't know how to express emotion, anything else with different tools. And this was a coping release tool for me for a very long time. It's super powerful. But over time, I learned to shift quickly, so I don't have to dwell on that emotions for a very long time. I've been talking about how we have a core belief. It could be false belief that shaped our childhood. And as we go through our adult life, we live with our core belief and hence attracted certain reality. And then you're upgrading your self-love and raising your frequency, and or doing something to help you release stress, like all that stressors became stress because of our core belief. And as we stepping up, we came to a point where we put ourselves in the cage again. It's our matrix. And that's when we realize, oh my god, I need to tackle this core belief about myself, because it doesn't matter where I go, it doesn't matter what I do, I always gonna find a cage for myself. I put myself in a cage. And so that's when I realized that it's not about changing the environment. It's about me, how I think about myself, how I feel about myself, how I believe about myself. When I don't change that, then I will never be happy or attract the reality I want. So it's a constant practice for sure. We're all learning through this. I can cry now easily, appreciate being able to have it flow. Yeah. Hello, Balancing Lotus. Did you be emotional mess? I say be emotional mess. But wow. I knew that I was gonna cry, but I didn't think that I was gonna be this crazy mess. But I'm able to show up still and let that side of myself go, and let that side of myself be shown and be comfortable, because no one had a perfect life. We all go through life events, and we go through, and when it's a hard time, that's when we really need to embody what you preach. Embody what you preach. Embody what you preach. Embody what you preach. It's like, do you love yourself? Do you still love yourself? Right? Yeah, I think you are being your authentic self. Yes, That's the only way. It's the only way. So yeah, let's just do a heart and a breathe to finish. And right hand on your heart and left hand on the top of your head. This is to connect with your heart and brain, and heart and brain, and let that excess thoughts go, and let the thoughts be the best friends of our heart rather than something that against, right? We're all tuning in, like tuning, we've been working so hard to let the heart, let the brain works for the heart, but a little refining the edge, when our liquid crystal refining the edge. So let's start breathing into your hands. 2, 3, through your nose. Okay, I could still breathe through my nose. 3. Feeling the sensation, your heartbeat, and a pulsing sensation in your body. Our body is vibrating. Tap into that. Feel that air. Let's do some affirmations. Hello, brain. Thank you for protecting me. I no longer need any protection that is against my heart desire. So you don't have to rushing in fear anymore. You don't have to try to protect me from any evil. I know how to listen to my intuition, so you don't have to turn on this defense mechanism. I want you to be calm, and I want you to work for the heart. You can rest now. Hello, heart. You're in charge. I love you. I'm following you. I am loved. I am loved. My heart loves me. My heart protects me. My heart leads me to the best life that I ever imagined or more. My heart knows the truth. And every day I'm following you. I trust the process. All is well. Everything is working out for me. And authenticity is the highest frequency. And I am abundant. Everything I need is right here, right now. I am loved and cared. I am enough. Ooh. The head smell. For many years, I thought there was something wrong with me as I cried so easily when I was sad, happy, seeing another's sadness, etc. Fascia universe have been so helpful. Do you find that, Rhonda, you cry less now? Or you just don't judge yourself when you cry? I noticed that a lot of people don't understand the happy cry. I cry with happiness. And so when I cry, there's a lot of tears, mixture of tears from figuring out and my higher self is happy, like a guardian angel's literally, yes, you got it, happy, the happy to release tears. And sometimes like I'm sad and I cry. I feel like that frequency of tears is so different when you maybe like, microscope and see that. Thank you, that felt so beautiful. I cry when I tap into my heart. Oh, that's beautiful. Both. I cut with happiness more than sadness. Oh, I cry with happiness more than sadness. Right. Yeah, yeah. I think a lot of people don't understand that when I started to cry, it's like, why are you crying? You shouldn't be sad. But yeah, I get you. But it's okay to cry for happiness. You cry for sadness. I cry at the drop of the dime, as they say when they judge. Yeah, Mhm. So today was an incredibly emotional live. Thank you guys for being here and holding space for me, and watch me holding space myself. And I will never ever tell someone to stop crying. I encourage the tears. Yeah, tears are tears are it's meant to fall down, and cleansing our soul, release so it doesn't stay in and create this ease. Yeah, exactly. Opening the heart is the only way, and we deserve any relationship with anyone with an open heart. We deserve that. We are down with people whose heart is closed. What do you think? We're down with people whose heart is closed. Let's attract the version of anyone whose heart is open, right? So let's really focus on that. Like, I've been showing up with my authenticity, as you know, and like, I am learning. I do make mistakes, but I know that in back of my mind, like, I'm very honest. I'm very, I mean, sometimes, like, I thought this is truth, and then I have the wrong perspective, and I think that will about to come up today. But at the same time, it's like my heart is open. When I encounter somebody, I see the amount of love, the level of love that is open or closed. I think we all have preferences. Okay, in this area, my heart is open. In this area, my heart is open. That's our judgment, right? So we are we're just learning to open our heart in every aspect of ourselves, because when we have the boundary, it's not about shielding, but when we have the boundaries. So step zero, boundaries, Scorpio energy, like, this is what I protect. What I protect is my self-love. What I protect, that I deserve the best of best. And I am fully loved, radically blessed, and cared and safe. This is where I protect. And this is my core belief, that it's like I used to think that core belief is like that, but it's literally also a shield. Not shield, like, I don't want to use that armor, but the idea is like that you shine your light so much that anything that threatens that core belief, you just catch it. You just catch it right away. And so you have this strong, shiny core belief of who you are that becomes your aura, the constantly expanding. But expand because you love that love to yourself first. So that is, you can differentiate, you can use your discernment through that lens. And so when you practice that, you create this bubble every day. It's not a shield. Create these boundaries for yourself so that you can inside completely relax into the truth and let things unfold in a way that you desire. So, yeah, I think that's the truth. It doesn't matter what's happening. You focus on your self love, core belief, and enjoy what your life, what the outside starts to shift exactly the way you desire. Yeah, thank you for all of you. Thank you, Ari. Thank you, Seashell Travel. Thank you. You inspire me daily to be authentic. Yeah, thank you, Jessa. Thank you, Protection. Yes, thank you so much, everyone. I think it's time for me to go. I think I was able to find that core core theme of today is to moving forward. It's just having the golden bubble all the time. And this golden bubble is made of full self-love and full protection about how I see myself, and I'm abundant, and I attract. And anything that is less than that, I was able to use a discernment, so I know what to take the next action. So just sit with that, and once you establish that every single day, every moment, then we get to grab a popcorn and let how our outside reality start to unfold. So let's get into this powerful place every single day. Yeah. Okay, thank you guys. Have a great morning, afternoon, evening, wherever you guys. I'm so glad to be able to smile and in the life. Okay, have a great rest of your day. Bye, everyone.